every day I praise, and I was so happy to go to the studio. I didn't count my hour of work just because I enjoyed it so much. So yeah. Hi, I'm Eddie Mehong and my job is anime. Hello, I'm Eddie Mehong. I'm working in Japan since almost 18 years, and I'm an animator, art director and producer. I worked on different projects, Lupin the IIIrd, MACROSS Frontier, Dragon Ball, One Piece, My Hero Academia. Recently I opened a studio called Echelle Animation where I'm working on commercials and helping some Japanese studio on their project. So I graduated in a school called Gobelin Animation in 2001. 1 year after I had the chance to meet an animation master called Yasuo Otsuka. For a week he did a master class, and during this master class he teaches us a little bit about Japanese animation and enough to have the taste to want to see more. He had the proposition to get 2 students to follow in Japan, and me and Christophe, another animator, we decided to come in Japan. We had a working visa. Working visa is 1 year visa. So the internship Otsuka asked us was 3 months. So after the 3 months, because we finished the internship, he told us, you can continue maybe as an in-between artist in my studio, and I can continue to teach you for a year to finish your visa. So we stayed 1 year. We started on a TV series as a doga artist called Wakusei Mujin Survival, which is not very well-known series, but for us it was very nice to work on a professional animation. Every day I praise, and I was so happy to go to the studio. I didn't count my hour of work just because I enjoyed it so much. So yeah. Mr. Otsuka teaches us, he gives us many tips about animation. So one of I remember the most is that if you're not happy with your drawing, don't throw it, because you can still reuse. So he teaches us to use bad drawings to become good drawings just by using sellotape, scotch. Now it's easy to do with digital, you can just move and stuff like that, but at the time it was paper. So Mr. Otsuka used kind of digital in his head in the paper, so he was a little bit advanced. I came back in France because I had no money left in bank, so I had to make money in France. So 2007 I came back in Japan. A friend of me was working in a company called Satellite. At this moment I was doing a TV series called MACROSS Frontier. At this time I discovered how to work in a team in Japanese animation. Every day I was with the same people until night, until sometimes overnight. A lot of people were sleeping on the studio under the table. I had Christmas, New Year with them. We spent it was like a family, you know. Everybody was trying to make it the best project as possible. This part of my life gave me a big love about Japanese animation. I want to find that again. That's something I want to do in the next project, hopefully on my project as well. About the future project I have, there is one. In fact, I started 20 years ago this project with a friend who wrote a novel. There is 7 books written already. We are trying to adapt the first books. It's a science fiction project talking about humanity in 1,500 years. It's talking about many problems that we have now, like ecology, AI and stuff, but we try to imagine something very positive. I hope you can see the project very soon. It's available on X, so please follow it. The name is Chronicles of Inhabited Worlds, and I hope it's going to be soon live. I'm also on the side help young animators. I teach them how to make Japanese animation. The thing is, there is many demand of animation from different studios, and most of studios ask me to work for them, but unfortunately I'm very busy. So my role is to try to make those foreign animators to have a good level enough for the people who ask me to work with. And then I connect foreign animator to a Japanese studio through my studio. In terms of living situation in Japan, Japan is very safe. Anywhere you go, you don't have any fear to go out at any time. I enjoy the life here, but I think it's not for everybody because some people like more honesty in relationship. I don't say people are not honest at all, but people will not tell you if you do something wrong sometimes. Or also another thing is that it's difficult for a foreigner to very integrate Japan because you will always have your face who is not Japanese. I don't care that much, so I take the good side and bad side of living in Japan. And for me there is more good side than bad side, so that's why I say I enjoy here. What I like the most in Jugaoka is mostly that compared to the center of the city, it's very peaceful and it's more relaxed. It's an area where there is a lot of restaurants and place to stay, and so when you get out you feel you're not in an office or whatever. So I feel good here. It's a small town and it's easy to meet and talk with people, Japanese or French or Italian, or it's very diverse. The communication is more easy than in the center and more personal. That's the reason this area is quite nice to live in, I think. Okay, what message can I give to people who want to work in Japan? You don't need necessarily a good level of Japanese, but good enough to understand people, to understand what we are talking about. And for the daily life also it's important. Also liking the culture of Japan is important because it's very different than other culture. So if you come here, you need to learn the culture. You need to accept to work as a team. Teamwork is very important in Japan. If you want to express yourself, that's not gonna work.